I'm Mark Turner, president of the Gilroy Chamber of Commerce, and we're back again doing our Why Gilroy segment. And today we have with us Martha McNiel. She's the founder of DreamPower Horsemanship. DreamPower is located at 7460 Cruise Road here in Gilroy. Martha, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. Before we get started, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I just wanted to say thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. I appreciate it greatly. And so I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I've lived in Gilroy now, or in San Martin or Gilroy, for 18 years. On August the 1st is the 18th anniversary of DreamPower. So this is a little happy birthday segment here. But I moved here in April of 2002, and I am also a registered therapeutic riding instructor, a therapeutic driving instructor, and an equine specialist in mental health and learning. So I have sort of a dual background in mental health work and in horse work. And I'm really a country girl at heart. And one of the reasons I love living in Gilroy is because I have fields all around me. And so at night I walk in the fields and take pictures of the corn and the tomatoes and the peppers and the sunflowers that grow around my house. And so I grew up in Iowa, and living now back in the fields, it's like coming home. So I'm really happy to be here.
Congratulations on 18 years. I can imagine that your first year doing business looks way different than your 18th year. So can you tell us about some of the programs that you offer?
Sure. So I moved to Gilroy with one inappropriate horse, one miniature horse, and myself. And I moved here for the purpose of starting DreamPower. And so last year, this year, 2020 is going to look different. But in 2019, we had about 735 participants in some program. We have more than 500 volunteers in a year. And right now we have 16 riding and driving horses and 5 miniature horses. So we have grown significantly over the years. And we now offer more than 20 different equine-assisted activities and therapy programs for different populations, starting at age 4 up. Our oldest client is about 85. So we work with children, teens, adults, and elders, and we have a lot of fun.
Well, I know that some of your programs have been recognized nationally. Can you tell us about some of those?
Yes, I would love to. So one of our biggest programs is our Horses for Warriors program, which is for military veterans. So we have 4 weekly groups for military veterans of all eras, all branches. All our services are free. We have psychotherapists who lead them, who are trained in trauma therapies. We work with the horses. We meet outdoors. So we don't have a building at our ranch. We have a barn that's with shelters, but we don't have a single building that has walls. And I've always thought that was a disadvantage and always been jealous of people who had walls. And then now, because of COVID, I'm so grateful that we don't have any walls. So all of our groups meet outside, including our veterans group. So one of the things that we have been grateful for during this time, we have not missed a single meeting with our veterans. The VA has shut down. The VA closed their doors because they have walls. And so many of our veterans have had to stop their therapy sessions. They've missed a lot of group appointments, and they've been kind of wandering around, floundering a little bit. And so they've been coming to the ranch, and we are so grateful to be able to offer services to them outdoors in a safe environment when we're the only in-person veterans groups meeting right now. So we've kept that going throughout this entire time. If anyone has a veteran you'd like to refer, we've had World War II veterans all the way up to people who've come back from Iraq and Afghanistan, a month earlier. So we have a group for women veterans. We have all different kinds of services, and we are happy to offer them, and they're free. All of our veteran services are free to any veteran. So if anybody knows someone you want to refer, contact us and let us know. But our veterans program is one of our larger programs. And right now, we've also been really getting a lot of referrals for our LEOS project. And the LEOS project is law enforcement officer support. And so we work with a number of different agencies in the area, and we provide individual confidential counseling for law enforcement officers. And between COVID and the current climate, the current political climate, our officers are under tremendous stress. And so we've actually been receiving quite a number of referrals for law enforcement officers who also want confidential, private support away from everything else in the country, outdoors. So those are two of our programs that have really that have been growing actually during this COVID time because of the need, because of the circumstances.
Well, you guys are doing some great work, both for our law enforcement and for veterans as well. You guys have a wide array of programs that serve a lot of different people, and we're glad that you're here in Gilroy. Tell me, why did you choose Gilroy to invest in and to set up shop?
So 9/11 happened in September of 2001. And at the time, I was living in Mill Valley, California, and I was working in San Francisco. And I drove across the Golden Gate Bridge every day on my way to work. And I was working for the city and county of San Francisco. And they told us that the Golden Gate Bridge is the next target. So, it was New York, now it's going to be the Golden Gate Bridge. So every day when I went to work, I thought I was going to be blown up. And I am a Christian, and I believe I'm going to go to heaven when I die. And so every day, for a couple months, when I crossed that bridge, I expected to be blown up. And my mental picture was I was going to be catapulted through the air, land at the feet of God. God was going to look down at me and say, "Did you not understand my plan for your life?" And I was going to say, "Oh God, I understood it perfectly. I was supposed to have a therapeutic horsemanship program and help people heal with horses. But I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough time. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So it never happened." And that seemed like a weak answer. So after 9/11, I decided, you know what? It's time to get moving here. You're not getting any younger. Either figure out a way to do it or quit thinking about it. So I started driving around the Bay Area and looking at maps and things to see where I could work, how I could stay working in San Francisco and have a place where I could afford to have a horse program. So I literally drove around. And I think through divine intervention, I ended up on Foothill Avenue in San Martin. And I drove past Dallas Sutton's ranch where he had a for rent sign on the gate. And I stopped and I went in and I met Dallas and Barb Sutton in San Martin. And about a month later, I moved there for the purpose of starting DreamPower. And we've been in San Martin and 2 ranches, and now we're in Gilroy. We've been at 2 different ranches in Gilroy, and we hope we're here to stay forever. But I was looking for a place that was an agricultural area where there were horse facilities that were affordable and within driving distance of San Francisco. So I commuted to the city 4 days a week until 2010 in order to get DreamPower going. But that's how we ended up in Gilroy. I got a map out and I went around it looking for a particular circle. But now that we're here, we love it. Like I said, I love the agricultural feel of it. We love the community. Gilroy has so many wonderful nonprofit agencies, and we work with most of them. So we are partners with most of the nonprofits in this area, and we love the people. There's a real need for our services, and so I feel like it was divine intervention that led us here, and we're here to stay.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you. And as I said, DreamPower is doing great work. And so to have you located here in Gilroy is a good feeling for all of us. Again, if someone is interested in contacting you to become a part of the program, or if you're looking for volunteers, how would they best reach you?
So you could email us at DPH, like DreamPower Horsemanship, Gilroy, @gmail.com. Or we're on Facebook. It's DreamPower Horsemanship on Facebook, and you can contact us there. Either way would be the easiest way.
Excellent. Well, again, Martha, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to be on our Why Gilroy segment. We will be back next Wednesday with another program. I'm Mark Turner, President of the Gilroy Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for joining us.